We all have our morning routines. For many of us, it's a ritual that we've perfected over years. Waking up, reaching for that first cup of coffee, checking our phones, maybe grabbing a juice or a quick snack before we dive into the day ahead. But here's the question. What if your morning routine was quietly putting your health at risk? Now, I know what you're thinking. How could something as simple as what I drink in the morning impact my health? Well, it turns out, a lot more than you might realize, especially if you're over 60. This is the cold, hard truth. What you drink in the first few hours of your day could be silently raising your risk of a stroke, and you might not even know it. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the most common drinks that seniors tend to reach for in the morning. Some are harmless, but others could be doing more harm than good. By the end of this video, you'll know which drinks to avoid and which ones to embrace, along with a simple but powerful change that could protect your heart and brain starting tomorrow morning. So grab a pen and paper, because what you're about to learn could change your health forever. Let's get started. 1. The silent danger of morning drinks. When we think of stroke risk, many of us immediately picture high blood pressure, family history, or an unhealthy lifestyle. While these are indeed factors, there's a hidden danger that is often overlooked: the drinks you consume first thing in the morning. For those over 60, the morning routine is more crucial than you might think. After a night of sleep, your body enters a dehydrated state. Your blood thickens, your vessels are less flexible, and your brain cells are starving for hydration. If you skip that vital first glass of water and immediately reach for something sugary or caffeinated, you may unknowingly set the stage for a stroke. Why is this so important? During sleep, the body undergoes repair, but it also loses fluid. When you wake up, your blood is already thicker than it should be. In a state of dehydration, your body has to work harder to pump blood, which places extra strain on your heart. This can increase the likelihood of blood clots forming, which is the primary cause of strokes. Imagine this. You wake up, groggy from sleep, and reach for that first cup of coffee, iced tea, or even fruit juice, thinking it'll give you the energy you need to start the day. But that seemingly harmless drink could be silently working against you. High sugar content, caffeine, or artificial sweeteners, all of these can trigger a sharp rise in blood pressure, increase the likelihood of clot formation, and narrow blood vessels, making it harder for oxygen to flow to your brain. It's like driving a car with low oil. The engine works harder, and eventually something is bound to give. Here's where the problem lies. The drinks that feel the most familiar are often the most dangerous. Sweetened iced coffee. You may love it in the mornings, especially during warm weather, but it spikes your blood sugar and can lead to blood vessel constriction. The caffeine combined with sugar thickens the blood, making it more difficult for your body to maintain healthy circulation. Packaged fruit juices, even those labeled 100% juice, are stripped of essential fiber. This means they hit your bloodstream too quickly, causing blood sugar spikes that can contribute to high blood pressure and reduced artery flexibility over time. Diet sodas and zero-sugar drinks. These drinks may seem harmless, but artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose interfere with your metabolism, leading to insulin resistance and triggering other metabolic problems that increase stroke risk. So the question is, what can you do to protect yourself? The first step is a simple one. Hydrate with water first thing in the morning. That one action will help to thin your blood, kickstart circulation, and keep your blood vessels flexible. After that, feel free to enjoy your morning coffee or tea, but make sure your body is properly hydrated first. Let's take a moment to reflect. What is your morning routine like? Do you start your day with water or reach for something else? How do you think these choices impact your health over time? I encourage you to try this small change tomorrow morning. Drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. It's a simple step that could make a world of difference for your heart and brain health. 2. The myth of fruit juice. Why it's not as healthy as you think. Many of us have been taught from a young age that fruit juice is a healthy choice. It's packed with vitamins, right? But what if I told you that drinking packaged fruit juice in the morning could be doing more harm than good, especially as you get older? The truth is, fruit juice is not the health miracle it's often marketed as, and in fact, it might be silently raising your stroke risk. Now I can already hear the rebuttal, but it's made from fruit. And yes, you are right, fruit juice does come from fruit, but here's the catch. Fruit juice is missing one key ingredient that makes fruit so healthy: fiber. Without fiber, the natural sugars in fruit juice hit your bloodstream too quickly. This results in a rapid spike in blood sugar, which not only increases your blood pressure, but also triggers an inflammatory response. This is a major concern for seniors, as it can weaken the flexibility of arteries over time. Arteries that are less flexible are more prone to ruptures or blockages, which, as you can imagine, significantly raises the risk of stroke. The problem is compounded when juice manufacturers strip out the fiber to make the juice taste smoother and more palatable. You may think you're getting a healthy dose of vitamin C or antioxidants, but without the fiber, that sugar rush can be dangerous for your heart and brain. Let me tell you about my patient, Mr. Thomas, a 72-year-old gentleman who loved his morning glass of orange juice. For years, he had a glass of juice every morning, thinking it was a quick and healthy way to get his vitamins. However, over time, his doctor noticed he was developing high blood pressure, and his arteries weren't as flexible as they should be. His cholesterol levels were creeping up too, and he was more prone to feeling fatigued and out of breath. When we looked closer, Mr. Thomas realized that his daily juice was contributing to these problems. Once we switched to whole fruits, he started eating an orange instead of drinking the juice. He saw his blood pressure stabilize and his energy levels increased. This story is not unique. Many seniors are unknowingly fueling their stroke risk by drinking fruit juice in the morning. While fruit juice does provide some nutrients, it's not the healthy choice it's often made out to be. Let's dive into the science for a moment. When you drink fruit juice, the sugars are absorbed into your bloodstream at a much faster rate than if you were eating the whole fruit. This quick absorption causes a spike in insulin, which can be harmful, especially to older adults who may already have insulin resistance or are at risk for diabetes. When insulin levels rise too quickly, it can create an environment where plaque begins to form on the artery walls, narrowing blood vessels and making it more difficult for the heart to pump blood effectively. In addition, when the sugar in fruit juice is absorbed too quickly, it leads to a rapid rise in blood pressure. The body can't handle these sudden spikes, and over time, this kind of stress on the cardiovascular system can contribute to stroke, heart disease, and other serious health problems. So what should you drink instead? The good news is there are better options. Instead of reaching for fruit juice, try eating whole fruit instead. Whole fruits come packed with fiber, which slows down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, preventing those dangerous spikes in blood sugar. If you're craving that fruity flavor in the morning, why not make a smoothie with whole fruits and add some chia seeds for extra fiber? This is a much healthier way to get the nutrients your body needs without the blood sugar crash. Or if you're looking for hydration, simply drink water or opt for an herbal tea. Both are hydrating options that won't put unnecessary strain on your cardiovascular system. I know it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that bottled or boxed fruit juices are a quick, healthy option. But the truth is they're often packed with sugar and lack the fiber that helps your body process it slowly. Making the switch from fruit juice to whole fruit is a simple, actionable step that can have a big impact on your heart and brain health. Now, I'd love to hear from you. How many of you start your day with a glass of juice? After hearing all of this, do you think you'll reconsider your morning drink? What changes are you planning to make in your morning routine? Let me know in the comments below and share your thoughts with us. 3. The hidden risks of diet sodas and zero-sugar beverages. When we think about improving our health, many of us turn to diet sodas or zero-sugar beverages as a healthier alternative to sugary drinks. It seems logical, right? No sugar, fewer calories. How could it be harmful? However, recent research suggests that these drinks might be even worse than regular sodas, especially for seniors. While we've all been told that consuming too much sugar is bad for our health, the artificial sweeteners used in diet sodas and zero-sugar beverages come with their own set of risks that can be just as detrimental, if not more, for older adults. What's really inside diet sodas? Diet sodas and sugar-free drinks contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and acesulfame K at first glance. These sweeteners may seem like a good option for cutting down on sugar intake, but research is increasingly revealing that they can be harmful to our bodies, especially in older age. While sugar is a known risk factor for obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure, artificial sweeteners have been linked to an increased risk of metabolic issues, including insulin resistance. The body doesn't process these sweeteners the same way it processes sugar, but it can still trigger insulin spikes, which increase the risk of high blood pressure, stroke, and even cardiovascular disease. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to these risks because their metabolism tends to slow down with age, making it harder for the body to process these artificial compounds effectively. Additionally, artificial sweeteners may also interfere with brain function, which is of particular concern for those who are already at risk for cognitive decline or Alzheimer's disease. Let me share the story of Mr. James, a 68-year-old retiree who had been drinking diet soda daily for years, believing it was a healthier alternative to sugary drinks. He also had a family history of high blood pressure, so he was extra cautious about his sodium and sugar intake. Yet, despite his healthy eating habits, he noticed that his energy levels were low, his blood pressure remained high, and he started experiencing frequent headaches. When he came in for a checkup, his doctor noticed that his blood pressure was higher than expected, even though he hadn't consumed much salt or sugar. After running some tests and reviewing his daily habits, it was revealed that the daily consumption of diet soda was contributing to his elevated blood pressure and overall inflammation. The artificial sweeteners were causing his metabolism to go haywire, and even though his blood sugar levels remained stable, the other effects of these sweeteners were damaging his cardiovascular health. Mr. James switched to sparkling water with a splash of lemon, and after a few weeks his energy levels increased, his blood pressure began to normalize, and his headaches disappeared. He was surprised to learn that what he thought was a healthier option had actually been working against him. Another overlooked issue with diet sodas and zero-sugar beverages is dehydration. These drinks may not contain caffeine or sugar, but they are still not hydrating. In fact, they can actually contribute to dehydration. The artificial sweeteners in diet sodas have a mild diuretic effect, meaning they can increase the frequency of urination, leading to a greater loss of water from the body. For seniors, dehydration is especially risky because it thickens the blood, making it harder for the heart to pump blood effectively, and it can also impair cognitive function. It's essential to remember that proper hydration is critical for maintaining heart health and brain function, especially as we age. So, what's the better choice? It's time to ditch the diet sodas and zero-sugar beverages in favor of options that actually support your health. The best alternative to these sugary drinks is plain water, which is crucial for proper hydration. If you miss the fizz and flavor of soda, sparkling water with a splash of lemon or cucumber water can provide the refreshing taste without the risks of artificial sweeteners. Additionally, herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint are great hydrating options that offer added benefits such as relaxation and digestion support. The bottom line is, diet sodas and zero-sugar drinks may seem like a safe bet, but they come with hidden risks that could significantly harm your health, particularly as you age. Making the switch to water, herbal teas, and natural beverages will help keep your blood pressure in check, support your cardiovascular health, and keep you hydrated. Now, I'm curious, How many of you drink diet soda or other zero-sugar drinks on a regular basis? Have you ever considered the impact they might have on your health? Let me know in the comments if you've experienced any health changes after switching to healthier beverage options, or if you're planning to make the change soon. 4. The hidden dangers of energy drinks and sports drinks. When you're feeling sluggish in the morning or need a little pick-me-up during the day, energy drinks and sports drinks might seem like the perfect solution. They're marketed as ways to boost energy, enhance hydration, and give you the stamina to power through your day. But for seniors, especially those over 60, these drinks can do more harm than good. In fact, energy drinks and sports drinks could be silently increasing your risk of heart problems and stroke. What's inside energy drinks? Energy drinks are typically packed with caffeine, sugar, and other stimulants like taurine, guarana, and ginseng. While these ingredients might give you a quick burst of energy, they come with significant risks, especially for older adults whose cardiovascular systems are already under strain. Caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant that can cause an increase in heart rate, elevate blood pressure, and increase stress hormones like cortisol. For younger people, this might just make them feel more awake. But for seniors, these effects can be dangerous. The increase in heart rate and blood pressure can put additional strain on the heart, potentially leading to arrhythmias, irregular heartbeats, and increasing the risk of stroke. Sugar. Energy drinks often contain large amounts of sugar, which can contribute to insulin resistance and weight gain. For seniors, high sugar intake can worsen conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and arterial plaque buildup, which are all risk factors for stroke and cardiovascular disease. Taurine and guarana. These ingredients may help improve performance or energy levels in the short term, but they are not needed by the body in large quantities. In older adults, the combined stimulants can overstimulate the nervous system, potentially leading to dehydration, high blood pressure, and increased risk of a stroke. Let me share the story of Mrs. Patricia, a 72-year-old woman who had been consuming energy drinks for years, believing they helped her stay alert and active. At first, she enjoyed the increased energy and focus. However, over time, she began experiencing frequent episodes of dizziness, heart palpitations, and shortness of breath. Her doctor ordered tests, and the results showed that her blood pressure was dangerously high and her heart rate had become irregular, likely due to her daily energy drink habit. After discontinuing the energy drinks and switching to water and herbal teas, her symptoms improved significantly. She was shocked to learn how much of an impact these drinks had on her heart health. Mrs. Patricia had no idea that energy drinks could contribute to heart problems and increase her risk of stroke. She's now more mindful of her beverage choices and has swapped her energy drinks for a calming herbal tea with ginger, which she says helps her feel energized in a much healthier way. Sports drinks, on the other hand, are marketed to help you replenish electrolytes and stay hydrated, especially after exercise. They may seem like a healthier alternative to energy drinks, but they still come with a list of potential risks for seniors. High sodium. Many sports drinks contain high levels of sodium, which can be problematic for older adults. Sodium is essential for hydration, but when consumed in excess, it can raise blood pressure and put additional stress on the heart. Artificial colors and flavors. Some sports drinks contain artificial colors and flavors that can irritate the digestive system, especially for older adults who might have more sensitive stomachs. These additives can also contribute to overall inflammation in the body, which is a known factor in stroke risk. Dehydration. While sports drinks may help replenish electrolytes, they do not hydrate as effectively as water. In fact, the sugar and sodium content can contribute to dehydration, which is dangerous for older adults. Dehydration thickens the blood, making it more prone to clotting, which directly increases the risk of stroke. Mr. George, a 65-year-old man who has been active his whole life, was consuming sports drinks daily after his morning walk, thinking they helped him stay hydrated. However, after a routine checkup, his doctor was concerned about his elevated blood pressure and advised him to cut back on his consumption of sports drinks. Mr. George didn't realize that the high sodium content in these drinks was contributing to his hypertension. After switching to water and drinking coconut water for natural electrolytes, his blood pressure normalized, and he felt much better overall. The smarter choice for seniors. For seniors, the smarter choice is clear. Avoid energy drinks and sports drinks altogether. They provide little nutritional benefit and come with a host of risks that outweigh any temporary boosts of energy. Instead, focus on drinks that hydrate and nourish your body in a healthier way. Water is still the best option for hydration. If you're looking for something with flavor, try sparkling water with a slice of lemon or cucumber, or enjoy herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. 2. If you're concerned about electrolyte balance, choose natural alternatives like coconut water or water infused with lemon and a pinch of Himalayan salt. These options provide essential minerals without the added sugar or sodium. 3. Herbal teas like ginger tea or green tea can also offer an energy boost without the harmful side effects of stimulants like caffeine. They're great for digestion, relaxation, and boosting metabolism in a gentle way. Now, let me ask you, how often do you consume energy drinks or sports drinks? Have you ever considered the long-term effects they could have on your health? If you've already switched to healthier alternatives, what are your go-to drinks in the morning? Let us know in the comments below. Sharing your journey could help others make better choices, too. 5. The biggest mistake: skipping water in the morning. We've all been told about the importance of water in our daily lives, but did you know that not drinking water first thing in the morning is one of the biggest mistakes you can make when it comes to your health, especially if you're over 60? It may seem like a small thing, but skipping water in the morning can triple your risk of stroke. Let me ask you, how often do you skip drinking water as soon as you wake up? Do you reach for coffee, tea, or something else first? If so, you might be unknowingly putting your health at risk. Dehydration, even mild dehydration, can lead to a cascade of health problems, especially in seniors. Why hydration matters so much in the morning. Over the course of a long night's sleep, your body goes without water for hours. During this time, your body is still performing vital functions like cellular repair, digestion, and the removal of toxins. As a result, when you wake up, your body is naturally in a state of dehydration. You may not feel thirsty right away, since our thirst signals can diminish as we age, but your body needs that hydration more than ever. After 7-8 hours of sleep, your blood volume decreases and your blood becomes thicker. This puts more pressure on your heart to pump blood effectively through your veins and arteries. When your blood is thicker, your body has to work harder to circulate it. This can contribute to high blood pressure, blood clot formation, and ultimately, a higher risk of stroke. Let me share a story about Mr. Edward, a 70-year-old gentleman who had always prided himself on being healthy. He ate well, exercised regularly, and took his vitamins. However, he had a habit of waking up and immediately reaching for his cup of coffee. Mr. Edward never thought about drinking water first thing in the morning. He felt fine, and coffee seemed like a great way to kickstart the day. But after his annual checkup, his doctor noticed that his blood pressure had increased significantly, and he was at a higher risk of heart issues. After discussing his habits, the doctor pointed out that by skipping water in the morning, his body was struggling to hydrate properly, which was contributing to his high blood pressure and overall stress on his cardiovascular system. Mr. Edward was surprised. It was such a simple thing to change. So he started his mornings with a glass of room temperature water, followed by his coffee. Within a few weeks, his blood pressure started to stabilize, and he felt much more energized throughout the day. Why does this happen? The science is simple. When your body is dehydrated, your blood is thicker, which makes it more difficult for your heart to pump it throughout the body. This leads to an increase in blood pressure. Hydration helps to keep your blood fluid and less viscous, so your heart doesn't have to work harder than it needs to. In addition, dehydration affects your brain. Your brain is composed of about 75% water, and it relies on hydration to function properly. Without enough water, your brain cells become less efficient, which can lead to poor cognitive function, low energy, and difficulty concentrating. The oxygen supply to your brain is also compromised, which can contribute to feelings of fatigue and mental fog. Over time, dehydration increases your risk of stroke because your brain and blood vessels are not functioning at their best. What's the smart choice? The good news is, hydrating first thing in the morning is one of the easiest and most effective ways to protect your health, especially as you age. So what should you do? Start your day with a full glass of water. Make it a habit to drink at least 8 ounces of water before you reach for your coffee, tea, or any other drink. If you prefer, you can add a slice of lemon or a pinch of salt, preferably Himalayan salt, for an extra boost of minerals. This small but powerful habit can help thin your blood, improve circulation, and hydrate your brain for optimal function throughout the day. How to make hydration a daily habit. Set a reminder. If you have trouble remembering to drink water first thing, set a reminder on your phone to drink a glass of water when you wake up. Keep a water bottle by your bedside. Having water right by your bed can make it easier to drink water first thing in the morning. Gradually increase your intake. If you're not used to drinking water in the morning, start with a small amount and gradually increase it until you're consistently drinking at least 1 full glass. Now let me ask you, how often do you drink water first thing in the morning? Do you have any tips or tricks that help you remember to hydrate? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your small change in the morning could make a world of difference in your health, and I'd love to hear how you're incorporating hydration into your routine. And there you have it, the truth behind your morning drinks and how they could be impacting your health, especially as you age. It's easy to overlook how small changes in our daily routines can have a significant effect on our bodies. But now you know that what you drink in the morning can either set you up for a healthier day or silently raise your risk of serious health issues like stroke. The good news is, you're in control. By making just a few simple changes, like hydrating with water first thing in the morning, swapping sugary drinks for healthier alternatives, and steering clear of harmful substances like artificial sweeteners, you can significantly lower your stroke risk, improve your cardiovascular health, and keep your brain sharp. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. It's about making smarter choices that support your health every day. You don't have to change everything overnight, but if you start by drinking water first thing in the morning tomorrow, that's already a huge step in the right direction. So I want to hear from you. What changes are you going to make to your morning routine? Will you start your day with water tomorrow? Drop a comment below and let me know. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more tips on living a healthier, happier life. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and keep making the best choices for your health. See you in the next video.